Without a doubt, the toughest part about buying a new vehicle is the massive depreciation hit you will experience as soon as you drive it off the lot. It's not a secret that certain models and brands hold their value better than others. A new study from iSeeCars.com takes a look at the best and the worst of the group. The study analyzed over 7 million new and used cars in the US, covering models from SUVs to sedans over the course of 4 years. On average, new vehicle purchasers see half their car's values disappear during that time. But the 8 vehicles we show you in this video didn't fare nearly as well. In fact, the worst of the worst lost nearly 75% of its value. With that said, here are 8 fast depreciating cars. Before we get into the list, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Lamborghini Urus. With 650 horsepower, 627 pound-feet of torque, the Urus is a very capable sports car / SUV, although not in the traditional sense. Performance-wise, the Urus is capable of hitting 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, staggering numbers from a near 5,000 pound SUV. The Urus was in fact the fastest SUV in the world, with a top speed of 189 miles per hour until the Bentley Bentayga came around and took the title by 1 mile per hour. That being said, various testers reached 190 miles per hour in the Urus. Although the Urus is undoubtedly a beast on the road, you could expect it to be a huge loser when it comes to depreciation. With a brand new one costing $300,000, buyers will expect to lose $36,000 in the first year alone, just for driving it off the lot. And on average, Lamborghini Urus depreciates a massive $17,600 per year after that. On the contrary, if you are looking to buy a used Lamborghini Urus, we suggest you wait it out for a couple of more years, since Lamborghini is bound to bring a facelift to future models. Many owners will trade in the previous model, causing for more examples to hit the market, leading to a steep drop in price. BMW i8. Many people were confused when the BMW i8 was released. From its spaceship design to its fake exhaust sounds and its quirky hybrid drivetrain paired with a 3-cylinder engine with a lithium-ion battery, the i8 was almost guaranteed to raise negative opinions in the car community. Its spaceship design didn't come cheap either, with a whopping price tag of $137,000 in 2015. Cool factor aside, these cars were not exactly flying out of the dealerships, and what resulted was an abundance of supply that persisted years later. All of this has resulted in a serious depreciation hit to anyone who paid MSRP. 2015 cars can now be had as low as $80,000. That comes out to nearly $15,000 lost per year. Rolls-Royce Ghost. There are few luxury brands in the world with the clout of Rolls-Royce. Naturally, the price is proportionate with the prestige, which in this case meant if you wanted a brand new Ghost, you'd have to spend around $340,000. Though this price does take you into another domain of baller status, sadly not all is well in the kingdom of Ghost, because this car holds the distinction of having the highest per year depreciation cost on this list, with the 2015 models listed on DuPont for as little as $195,000. That's a little over $36,000 a year lost in depreciation. But let's be honest, if you actually owned one, you could probably afford one. Mercedes-Benz G-Class. This menacing cruiser, known to drive the streets of Beverly Hills, is a favorite among socialites and athletes. Having been a staple of the AMG lineup for years now, the G63 is a reminder to the world that you had made it. However, owning a G63 will cost you a pretty penny if you buy brand new, coming in with an MSRP of $138,000 in 2015. It's an awful lot of money for a vehicle that hasn't fundamentally changed in decades. The price is even more difficult to swallow when you realize just how much owning one of these will cost you in depreciation. That's because all it takes is a quick Google search to find 2015 models selling at about $95,000. That's over $10,000 a year in depreciation costs. Tesla Model S P100D. Ever since its debut, the Tesla Model S has been a big hit among electric car fans, and for a whopping $160,000, the P100D model is one of the fastest production cars on the planet, reaching 60 miles per hour in just 2.2 seconds. Despite this, however, it seems the car does not have the best investment appeal. The money calculator believes this car tends to depreciate as much as 45% in just 3 years. A quick stroll through Car Gurus quickly lists several models at a bargain price of just $88,000. That's close to $24,000 lost a year in depreciation. Mercedes S-Class. The Mercedes S-Class is the poster child for the luxury sedan market. Beautiful, elegant, and incredibly luxurious, it screams status and comes with a price tag to justify. Speaking of which, the MSRP for this bad boy is starting at just under $100,000 in 2015. Nowadays, if you're looking to get into one of these, you have to pony up about $55,000 for a 2015 car. Yeah, that's correct. For the price of a new bare-bones low-option E-Class, you can get a fairly well-equipped version of its older brother. In case you were wondering, that works out to about $11,250 a year lost in depreciation. Quite a tough pill to swallow, but that's why leasing these higher-end luxury vehicles is sometimes a better option. Maserati Ghibli. The Italians are masters at making gorgeous-looking vehicles. You know, the kind that you really just want. And even when building a four-door sedan, they manage to capture the beauty and excitement of a supercar. Even though the Maserati Ghibli has pretty much been unchanged for the last 10 years, it will still break necks going through intersections. The only issue is that it has questionable reliability. So nowadays you can pick one of these up for around 30 grand. Just remember, this car was expensive when new. The original owner had to hand over $76,000 just to drive it off the lot just a few years ago. So thanks to the massive depreciation hit, you can now have a 400 horsepower masterpiece for the price of a new Honda Accord. And the sound it makes is amazing. Audi A6. The Audi A6 is a car that everyone owns when they got into cars and then eventually gets rid of because they don't want to do all the maintenance. The Audi A6 is incredibly comfortable and has an understated German good look, and they are insanely cheap right now, so it is a perfect vehicle to get when starting out to work on cars. Well, those were 8 of the fastest depreciating cars. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.